Hello, everyone. I hope I can find you in good health. Let me, guys, share with you some words about these times, which, in my opinion, are both challenging and interesting. Briefly to introduce myself, my name is Bartosz. I'm a CIMA member since 2016, and I work for LR Health and Beauty, which is the company dealing with trading with cosmetics and dietary supplements. I work in this company since 2017 as regional finance manager responsible for CEE region. When it comes to business challenges that we nowadays are facing, I would say that this is not something which we could call so-called virus crisis in this bad understanding, but we are facing actually the huge level of business disruption. Uh, our staff is partially on the quarantines. Some of them went to sick leaves. Some of them also took care allowances. And in the same time, we are actually facing the dramatic peak of demand to our products. The sales, to our surprise, is even 50% higher above our budget for March, which actually, to be honest, was quite ambitious. So every day we are dealing with out of stocks. We are trying to manage the demand planning properly. And finally, we are trying to negotiate the supplies from our central warehouse, which, as you can probably imagine, in these difficult times, in many countries from Europe having the same level of uncertainty, is a little bit challenging and surprising to everybody. These days, I'm also responsible for the operations part of the business. So if I take a look at the warehouse, which is in my main scope of responsibility, we had to briefly introduce some temporary solutions. So actually, we are using temporary agency. This is, of course, a decision which we took to balance between the speed of delivery to our clients and the efficiency, of course. But we actually decided that service goes first, and then we will also try to manage the quality complaints. Basically, the company now is happy with the turnover, but we are aware that if the virus expands and we have more restrictions to our society, probably in some countries the business may slow down in the months to come, which means that now we are trying to secure our revenue and secure our cash flows in the months to come and deliver the expected annual results. From professional and management point of view, I would say when speaking about finance function, the business goes as usual. The company financially is in a stable situation. We are trying to maintain our targeted results. So whatever comes to our profitability and cash flow, at this moment, we say no change. Probably a little bit more financial planning will come because we will have to make sure that all our forecasts follow this direction that we want. But of course, the key problem now is different forms of business disruption. When we take a look, for example, at our IT area, unfortunately, our IT now had to concentrate on organizing the online work for all our employees in many countries, not only in the headquarters, but also in the subsidiaries. And this resulted, unfortunately, in putting all the remaining IT projects on the shelf. So whatever we had planned for this year will have to wait. But of course, the priorities come first. Second, well, we managed to move our employees to home office mode. Most of them are working in this way. However, as you can imagine, the communication is something which we have to learn about. The remote access is not fully supportive for this kind of effective work. For many reasons. Some of them are caused by simple things like internet connection issues. There's also a lot of fun with children and dogs in the background, so this is also something which gives a little bit of flavor to our business discussions. But on the other hand, we have very positive social impact because of that. We know each other even more than we used to. The problem which I observed as a manager is that it is a little bit more difficult now to maintain the motivation among staff, especially within the operations people, because those people actually are still on site. My warehouse clerks cannot work from the home office, and they know the exposure to the virus is even higher. That's why it is very important to talk with them on a very regular basis, because we want to keep them motivated. If we lose them, it will be a lot of problems to work and to deliver whatever we want to deliver. And finally, one of our key management challenges was that actually now everything which comes to planning and decision making has shortened in time. I mean, now the decision we are sometimes making from day to day, we have to react to some extraordinary things. There are surprises coming from the external environment, from the authorities, so we have to just respond to what's going on. And this means that there is less time to analyze all the facts and figures, and we just have to work based on our intuition. It is on one hand very interesting, on the other hand very challenging.